Journalists under the umbrella of the Nigeria Union of Journalists FCT Council took to the streets of Abuja for a health walk aimed at promoting mental wellness and stress management in the media profession. Speaking during the 2026 Press Week Health Walk, the chairman of council, Grace Ike, said the theme, mental health and stress management in high-pressure work environments, reflects the harsh realities journalists face daily in the line of duty.
The theme for this year is 2027 election, defending Nigeria's democracy in the era of disinformation. However, we have sub-themes for the lined-up activities. And today being Monday, it's all about health, work, and managing stress. You know full well that journalists face a whole lot of challenges, staying awake all through the night to make sure you break that story. You just want to meet your deadline. And most times this, builds up stress. So we are doing this work. Last year it was all about press freedom. For you to be fit, for you to be alive, to work for press freedom, you must be healthy and fit to carry out that job. And that's the more reason why we are gathered here as a team, as a union this time around, to say a healthy journalist is important for a healthy democracy. Stress management saves stories. Press for mental health is all we are asking, and we must make mental health a habit. Healthy journalists, strong democracy. Report with care and care for your mind. From pressure to purpose and together for mental health and work. So that's the essence of this. We are all strong and we want to prove to the media community and the nation's capital, and we're walking through the street to tell people that as journalists we are fit to make sure that we have a credible, well-balanced, free writing in the course of our duties, and it boils down to ethical journalism. So we must be healthy and fit to stay alive for that story that must be factual. Ahead of the 2027 election, we deem it fit to educate members. We all know what citizen journalism is all about. Media space, online, social media, fake stories, disinformation here and there. But as journalists, it is ideal that we create that awareness, sensitization, and let the public know that they must report accurately. And as a journalist, responsible journalism is all we preach. Ethical journalism. Of course, you and I know that the Cybercrime Act isn't fair to us in the media community. So we must report accurately and make sure your story is balanced to avoid, stories and a whole lot of actors coming up to use the Cybercrime Act against us. I think that's the essence of it. Say no to disinformation. Say no to to bullying. Say no to online attacks to journalists, and Nigeria will be a better place. And that's that democracy we are fighting for. A better democracy for every one of us.
It's a good thing that back to back, the Grace Ike-led EXCO last year organized a press week. This is the second one, back to back, no delay. Last year it was in July, today it's in May. It is commendable that she has sustained the momentum, and it is quite encouraging, and she should be commended for this. And this is her way of ensuring that there is bonding, there is unity, and that members are engaged. Leadership without engagement is no leadership. And so we commend Grace Ike for her engagement, ensuring she holds her congresses regularly. And this is one of those things she organizes to ensure that members are also enlightened about emerging trends in the journalism profession. And it's kudos to her. And I believe that we will see more of this as her tenure progresses. And I also want to place on record and commend her for the marvelous work she's doing at the NUJ Press Center in Utako, the new project of the new like a plaza, a secretariat behind the secretariat. It's a good project, a laudable one, and I enjoin people, governments, institutions to come in and support her to ensure that that laudable project is concluded before the end of her tenure.
Okay, so let's talk about what we have, this health way.
Yeah.
Looking at the theme at hand, how useful do you think events like this will help?
Mental health. Mental health are issues we take for granted. We believe after chilling out, at the press center, we are okay. No, we are not. And during the screening, the health outreach yesterday, on Saturday, You know, she reported that some people didn't even know they had high BP. And so from time to time, it is good for us to check ourselves. And you know, journalism is a profession that you practice with a lot of stress. Deadlines you have to meet, pressure, you know, from family, pressure in the workplace. If you don't tune in the story, where, you know, deadline pressures. So we are always under pressure. And we must also realize that once you fall flat and go, the show continues. Like they used to tell us in NTA, the show must go on. So take care of your health.
First of all, I want to appreciate our colleagues for turning out in large numbers. This is the second activity of the week-long event that started on Saturday. On Saturday, we had medical outreach where our members were able to see medical personnel. This is a continuation of that event. Now, we checked on Saturday to make sure we are healthy. Now we want to prove that we are indeed healthy. And by coming out to engage in this exercise, we are also drawing attention to the mental health challenge of Nigerians, especially for professionals who work under serious and extreme pressure. We are hoping that today, given the work we do, we will have been able to draw sufficient attention to mental health issue in our country.